Witch of Moon's Lane presents.
How to Witch, bitch.
Hello, it is How to Witch Bitch, Michelle the Witch of Moon's Lane. How are you?
I'm good, thanks, Dylan. How are you?
Very good. Now, very important weekend for many people, which is, of course, Mother's Day here in Australia, because we are in the Southern Hemisphere.
Yep.
And Mother's Day, I guess, is the remembering and also celebrating the strong women in your life. That's not necessarily, it doesn't have to be your birth mother,
No.
but whoever is the inclusion of the word mother to you as well. And a lot of those traditions, as we've realised, has actually come back to a lot of the ancient origins of Mother's Day. So that's in pagan cultures. So a lot of that is goddess worship, which is awesome. And I guess when I think of witchcraft as well, I feel it's a very feminine, no offence to any wizards out there, but I do feel
it is matriarchal society.
It is a very feminine and celebration and a coven of women and all that kind of stuff. So really celebrating the women in your life this weekend, which is lovely.
Which is lovely.
So also as well, that there has been a lot of we've done some actual research for this podcast, which is amazing. We Googled it, sure, but I mean at the same time, come on, there is some form of truth in what we're about to talk about as well, which is the great Mother Goddess and Mother Nature.
Mother Earth. Yeah,
so
Mother
of
Earth.
course all of the mothers and the goddesses are linked to fertility, to creation, to nurturing as well.
That's right.
So that's the beauty of this weekend, looking after those around us who are mothers.
That's right. Or who are just really good women that we really want to care about and give sort of like credence to what they mean to us in our lives as well.
And so there is actually the rituals of giving gifts, flowers, all that kind of stuff. That also comes back to a lot of the ancient celebrations of goddesses as well.
That's right.
Coming into, well, it's not spring, is it here? Because it's the hemisphereness stuff.
Which we talked about in the last...
Which we have discussed on a number of occasions.
How we get confused, us being us little Aussie Kiwi witches down here.
But there was actually parades and there was a massive big festival in Rome, which was dedicated to Juno, the goddess of women and childbirth, and that was gifts to mothers and wives, prayers for fertility and health as well.
And so in Egypt it would have been Isis. So these goddesses would have been in any part of the world. They would have a different name, but they'd still be sort of celebrated. And I guess when the church sort of came in, they sort of started doing Mary. So Mother Mary sort of took on that version of that. And funny enough is every second Sunday was worshipped to Mary. I mean, that's gone now.
Yeah.
We only get once a year.
Once a year,
honestly.
if they remember.
Once a year.
And it's usually from the school Mother's Day store.
It's the $5.
Can I give you a hint? I'm just completely off track. If you do have a child and they are in primary school, always volunteer for the Mother's Day stall. Because you get there first and you pick the best and you put it under the table, okay? And then when they come along, everyone else has only got the crap stuff in the $1 section down the end.
Times have
and
you
there's
seen
one
the same
wine
cup?
glass left and it's underneath the table.
How many times have you seen the same gift? Because I re-gift it back in. Because you know how you got to do donations?
Oh, do you?
I redonate. Did you redonate?
No, they don't do donations.
I redonate. I think my daughter's bought me the same cup twice.
Does
not
she
even
know?
realising it.
She doesn't even know.
No, doesn't even know. All she does now, she's listening.
Oh, there you go.
Oopsie.
Busted. Having a look
There'll
at
be no Mother's Day gift for me.
celebrating mothers and the goddesses. I have a parade for your mother, as the Romans used
Happy
to do.
Mother's Day, guys, if you're out there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, enjoy
now,
the day.
We've got some comments from our last episodes on TikTok. Also, some of them are being shared. Make sure that you share your videos.
Yeah, share the videos.
Share the videos wherever
Come and
you may
say hello.
be. We've had a look at some. We actually did some. We didn't do the research. We've got a guy who has to do that for us, Ben. Anyway, he's actually showed us where people are listening around the world, which is really cool. So we've got Australia, USA, Canada, UK, New Zealand, South Africa, France, Germany, and India as well.
India.
So thank you very much to all of those people who have been doing
crazy.
that. Very cool. One of our comments. Are you ladies born witches or did you wake up and decide?
I was born.
You were born.
I was born.
You were born a witch.
Okay, yeah, that's my first word. Witch.
Was not.
No. I was born. But I was born because I was born into a family that was very accepting and that sort of stuff, and it was sort of always there. But that doesn't mean that, you haven't been, as I was saying before, a witch in another life. It's just an affinity that you have, and we all are searching. We're searching for what works for us. And, I'm always, if you don't hurt anyone and, you stick in your own lane and your main goal is to come here and to learn and to be a good person, then really what does it matter what your interests are, either sexually or religious, or your belief system.
Also, the same person has also said, it's autumn, get out and forage mushrooms.
Yeah, because we're in Samhain. So she's obviously a merry meat. She must be a southern witch.
Okay. And so what's the mushrooms?
So obviously she's just saying foraging the mushrooms, get out there because it's, obviously they're growing and things like that. So forest witches, most witches, basically, if you could catch it, you could eat it. So they're sort of Presbyterians, really, when you look at it. So, I mean, I don't know if I could catch a chook. I'd have to be running so fast. I'm trying to lose the weight, guys. I think mushrooms is all I could have. But what type of mushrooms is she foraging?
I don't know. She's asking the universe guides to help you with your forage and burn incense for cleansing through autumn.
Yep. Okay, so that's with anything all throughout the year you'd burn incense. I mean, I burn incenses whenever I'm doing any types of spell work as well.
What's the
any type
of
of jar you're working, I do sage. So I do sage into anything. So if I'm about to do any work with my cauldron and things like that, I just sage everything with an incense. I don't end up putting, lighting the big sage stick. But there's all types of stuff. Frankincense. Oh God, get it right. Frankincense is a really good one as well. I love that particular one. And each one you can get, and it's just a great way instead of getting out oils and stuff that you can just sort of burn and just take around the house.
So that's just to kind of cleanse.
Yeah,
particularly
but also it's like with your senses too. If you're getting prepared to do a spell, it's a bit like if you're smelling those sort of aromas that will help you get into the mood, so to speak. Then. We can go, there's also sex magic. We can sort of look at that as well. I was thinking about that. I don't know. Again, my mind is just going to all different places.
I don't like where your mind goes sometimes. It scares the shit out of me.
She doesn't know what's going to – she has no idea what the hell I'm going to say.
I don't.
And the funny thing is neither do I.
Yeah, and that's what –
I'm just as surprised at what comes out of my mouth as you are, Moyra.
Is quite scary as well in itself. All right, so incense, burning that, and that's part of the ceremony, the aligning yourself as well, getting those smells going on. What else are we going to talk about today?
A lot of people, when they're actually reading, so I don't do that, but a lot of other psychics do. They light the candle, some of them light candles as well, but they often will light, incense when they're doing their readings, just because that's something that sort of they feel that particular smell can help invoke psychic awareness. It can also bring down, deities and things like that to help them. So they're attracted to the smell and things like that. I personally don't, because I'm in a little tiny room.
You're going to gas yourself out.
Gas myself out. But when I am doing my lives, I do light my candles. So I have my candles around me and sort of in that sort of
it's setting the mood.
It's setting the mood, it's setting your mood, and it's sort of it gets you ready to work.
Now, back to the psychic readings, and you do those as well. We'd love to get someone on to do one as well. You were telling me earlier about someone who you did a reading for, and they came back to you and said that everything that was said in the reading has come true.
Yep.
So everything that you saw, and it was about family and someone going to jail and kind of big stuff, not stuff that you just... When you're doing those readings, how does that come to you? Like, is there a voice talking to you, or do you just know it, as in the alphabet? It just comes straight out.
So I actually have a voice. So it depends on who I'm talking to. So I'm a medium as well. So if I hear a voice, I could be talking to somebody that's not there. And so you can't physically see them with your eyes. I can see them with my mind's eye. That's basically where that is. I do see shadows and things like that with my eyes. But everything's normally with my psychic eye, with my psychic hearing. So I will hear voices as well as doing the cards. So the cards are really just a tool for me, a divination tool to sort of say, okay, if I hear something, am I correct? I might pick a card and then that's the answer there.
Are they different voices each time? Is it like...
Yes, because I can sometimes hear if they're a male. And it's really funny because someone says, oh, you're hearing voices, you should end up, being in a straitjacket and in the corner.
Well, we do know that's the truth for you anyway.
But the interesting thing is these voices aren't telling me to hurt someone or do anybody harm, and they do relate to who I'm talking to. So a lot of people will say that that's demonic. So this is where this demonic stuff comes through, and I'm actually talking to a demon in some sort of form. Actually talking about that. So have you ever heard of devil tongue?
Devil's got your tongue,
yes,
isn't it?
The devil's got your tongue.
Yeah, that's a saying.
All right, it's a saying. So remember how the witches were tortured to tell everybody that they were witches in the witch trials?
Yes.
Okay, so the thing is they actually have it saying that they were showing mercy to these women or men by torturing them because the devil, his tongue, will talk when tortured. Otherwise, the devil has their tongue and they won't talk. So they were showing, in their mind, they were showing mercy.
My gosh.
Yeah, isn't that bizarre?
That's weird.
So I'm just thinking about last time how they came in, they pardoned everything in 2017 in the last episode. Yeah, so isn't that funny that that's come through? And the other thing was cat got your tongue. So cat's got your tongue was going back to the same magical that cats had magic powers and therefore they could steal. Cat. Yeah, they could steal the power of speech.
Like Sabrina's cat.
Yeah. And the other thing, talking about druids, I did sort of touch on druids on the last episode, was they are very much the natures. So they were the priests of nature and they were very much about, have you heard of knock on wood?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. Well, knock on wood is awakening the benevolent or the malevolent tree spirits. And so the church actually did come out and say that saying that particular saying that particular thing was not great because you were awakening these tree.
I thought it was like so you knock on wood because you don't want something to happen.
Right. So what you're doing is you're knocking on wood though. So you're knocking on wood. Wood is made from trees. Yeah. You're actually asking the tree gods to protect you.
Oh, wow.
So that's where it comes from.
That's actually very cool because that's something that I do, either that like that or on my head. Because that's also made of wood. Yeah.
You Pinocchio.
Yeah. Please share our videos. Please make sure. We'd love your comments as well. Yep. We love all of the everything that people are sending us, which is great as well.
And if you've got anything that you would like to know, like ask a witch.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Ask us. We'd definitely, love to chat.
Yep, absolutely. And we really do want to actually have someone join us for a reading because I think the amount of times that you have said stuff to me about my life, you've nailed it massively, which is everyone always asks, is she really a witch? Is she really a witch? She calls herself Michelle the Witch of Me. Is she? And I'm like, well, yes, I totally believe in it.
Yep.
I mean, I know a lot of people don't. And if you don't, then you're probably not listening to this podcast anyway. But
well, I don't know. A lot of people are listening just because they're saying it's a hoot.
Well,
it's
that
fun.
As well, because you're slightly insane. But
listen here, love. You're my friend.
Yeah, I am actually.
You are who you hang around with, love.
It's pretty sad, isn't it? I know. We are actually probably going to get someone in, hopefully next episode, to do a reading, just to sort of, I think, with all of this, we've talked a little bit. The psychic factor, I think, and the medium factor is something we haven't really kind of touched on with you, because I don't think that's something that you can learn.
No.
Can you?
No, well, you can be more open. You can do exercises like, your breathing exercises. You can certainly go and do lots of different types of meditation to sort of open up those channels.
But I feel as though you're born with
there's lots of people that are
ability.
just, are born with it. Yeah. But then a lot of that also comes with learning quite early trauma.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people have had quite a lot of traumatic childhood. And, I have had quite a traumatic childhood. So it sort of taught me to open up, as well as the fact that I did have on my mother's side and my father's side quite spiritual people in that particular realm.
All right. Well, we've got more coming up, and I'd really like to touch on all that kind of stuff as well in further episodes.
Yes.
Thank you for listening. Hopefully we will have more debacle for you next time.
Definitely share, and can't wait to hear the comments.
Woodwork Podcasts.